Hey, what the hell? Why you hanging on the roof all by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out to the morning light? 'Cause
Alright, good morning guys. Literally just woke up, started the day, made some breakfast. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna eat this and do some steps on the treadmill just over there. One thing that is still implemented into my off-season plan is still like 20 minutes of cardio 3 times a week. And of course, one of the main things is keeping your cardiovascular system healthy, your heart healthy and everything else as well. But the plan for today is we're actually gonna be testing out a new gym, a gym that I've actually never been to before. And we're gonna be breaking down the title and thumbnail of this video, which is something that I definitely think we need to talk about. I posted something on my Instagram story about a week ago, taking a certain company out of my Instagram bio. And granted, that did look like there was like a lot of tea to spill or like a bad situation that happened. It definitely wasn't that, but I have personally decided to part ways with Myprotein, which was my supplement sponsor. But I will explain this later on in the video.
parking lot, leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the roof all by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you.
Alright guys, so just got out of the shower. Thought it'd be interesting right now to do a bit of a weight check to see where we're currently at this point in the off season. We are going to be putting our foot on the gas a little bit now. Yes, the goal has been to prioritize body composition and build muscle tissue slowly, but realizing that I'm going to start prep in May and we only have about 4.5 months left of this off season, and this is the second period of it right now where we actually have to push to bring the weight up. Some people don't agree with this method. Some people think it's a waste of time because you're just going to get fat and then have to lose more when you start to diet. But we're not going to be getting fat. We're still going to be maintaining a good body composition, but we are going to up calories just a little bit, up supplements as well, just a little bit, to hopefully breach over that 250 pound mark. But right now we're going to see where we're at. Yes, I've already had a meal. We're probably going to drop off like 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds from this weight just to be more accurate. But this is where we're at. Okay, right, so well right here it says 248.8. If that was accurate, I would be very happy and probably wouldn't be increasing calories at all. But yes, we have had a meal that's probably not too accurate. I weighed myself recently and I was still like 244. I've been 245. So you know what, we're gonna call it 246. The plan right now is we are going to get ready. One thing by the way, because you may have noticed the snow outside, that has really been helping me because I didn't bring a lot of clothes here to Canada. But one thing I am really glad that I did bring is my Legend London clothes. I'm honestly so thankful for everything on this bed right now. We got 2 massive puffer jackets that are the comfiest jackets that I literally own, and they look so good and pretty much match every single outfit that I have. We've got 3 pairs of jeans, ripped blue pair, straight leg, no ripped black pair, and a ripped black pair. All the details on these jeans are so premium. We've got the most Canadian thing that I own. Being here in Canada, this is very fitting. And we got these 2 hoodies. If you do want to pick up anything from Legend London, this stuff, their entire new range, they have so many different pieces of clothing, so many things to offer. You can click the first link in the description down below, use code HARDBODY, it will save you 10% and it'll massively support me as well. I'm just like seeing what looks good.
Please don't put this in the
That's the grit. This is outfit number 1. Their oversized hoodies fit so good, and the color match with these ripped blue jeans. If you've never ever owned a pair, bless yourself. Just get 1 pair. If you're still discrediting yourself, if you're still mocking your wardrobe with a pair of jeans that don't fit your legs to perfection, and this jacket happens to go perfectly. This is the first outfit, now for the second. Because I like this jacket so much, I actually got it in 2 colors. It is the same thing. I might not be ready for the sort of weather that Canada has to offer me, because Canada weather, especially when it's this cold, is something I've never experienced. The coldest weather I've probably been in the UK was like -5. Here, -29. But like I said, Legend London are going to be the first link in the description down below. Use my code, use the link, would massively appreciate it. Going to spend the next hour or so of the morning doing emails, doing work, doing hard body stuff. Then I'll come back to you when I have another meal and get ready for the gym, the new gym that we're going to be trying out today.
Pretending that you like somebody else, like you got boys waiting in line to take you home.
finished making the second meal of the day. We got a big plate of rice, prawns and chicken. We got 60 grams of chicken, 160 grams of prawns and 100 grams dry weight jasmine rice. And then here we got 100 grams of oats, a scoop of protein powder and 50 grams of blueberries. This meal comes to 1,022 calories. I'm gonna eat this while it's hot because outside, as you can see, literally an ice box. Like there is snow, like that is a massive chunk of ice. In the UK when it snows, it stays for like a day because it melts away so fast. And although it does look really pretty, it's absolutely freezing. Like I've never ever said this before, but I actually miss the UK weather. It's a little bit cold, it's a little bit rainy, but this, I've been outside now for 2 seconds and I'm frozen, like frozen. Tell me you're bulking without telling me you're bulking. You just sit on a new chair and it sounds like it's gonna break.
Why you hanging on the roof up by yourself?
We're now at Sky. We're just basically drinking a pre-workout, gonna get started off. We haven't trained it before yet. We're gonna hit a shoulders and arm workout, bit of variety. I was gonna do push, but Geordie's doing shoulders, so
I convinced him.
we might just do shoulders and then some bis and tries at the end. Drinking a pre, we got some Total War well, I don't even know how much pre it is because Geordie made it, so maybe she's gonna make me OD on pre-workout. Who knows?
Ultimate goal.
You're like looking at me like really devilishly.
Yeah, I'm like
as if
waiting
she
for
knows that she's gonna like give me way too much. Can actually do some like, can do some side raises, some light machine press, and then go heavy hammer.
Yeah.
And then we can go heavy
Let's do that.
overhead press. And I'm actually gonna drink the whole pre-workout.
What?
I'm in a bad habit of like sipping on a pre-workout, like throughout the workout, and then I finish the pre-workout at the end of the workout, not like drinking it at the start. I don't know why. It's bad.
Guess it's been a while since I fell in love, but after last time, don't wanna mess things up.
We're literally like only doing it proper light to start off with. This press like it isn't gonna be anything crazy heavy. We're just warming up.
In time, love, let me go, 'cause I've been holding on for far too long. I've been fighting and keeping strong. Now you just gotta let.
This is actually my first time training in like the full hard body tracksuit as well, like the hoodie and the bottoms, because like I haven't actually trained in the bottoms before. Like I'm used to just training in the top. Yeah, I got the sample yesterday. I was like scared to kind of wear them. I didn't know if I wanted to actually train in them, like I don't know, keep them for pictures. But now I've got them, I like can't not wear them. Gonna keep the reps pretty light in the beginning because I want to get up to like a heavy top set and I'd like to do a decent amount of reps for it. Keeping the volume in by hitting a lot of reps on that top set. I'm gonna try to get up to like 5 plates. I haven't used a hammer strength shoulder press for a long time, but 1 plate felt like, yeah, we're gonna do 5 plates.
Did you say 5 plates? You can't even fit 5 plates on there.
You'll have to try
I'll just hop on it,
Yeah.
and then you just lift. Good again. Let's go, Brandon. Push. Good.
I wasn't getting it, but I had to try. We did superset. Actually, no, I want to do a press and then a front raise.
Let's do a dumbbell press.
Okay, dumbbell press, barbell front raise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Move.
Ah,
Fuck's sake. I like can't even try and tell her what to do because you'll just like punch me.
literally a 5-year-old. Literally a 5-year-old.
Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do.
I feel way more pumped right now than I probably should, just because of how much like glycogen I have stored in my body, like raring to go. Final exercise for shoulders, which is going to be individual dumbbell front raise, just hit the front delt for the last exercise, and then we're going to move on to some arms. For arms, we're going to be supersetting bis and tries, just to get like an absolutely insane bicep and tricep pump. Considering, like I said earlier, I am full of carbs and sugars that I wouldn't usually be full of, so we're going to utilize that to hopefully expand the arms even more, hopefully. we want massive arms. It's part of like classic, isn't it? Like, I feel like if you have massive arms in classic, you can make any pose look good. Like side chest, crucifix, all like the classic poses where your arms are extended. Like a front double bicep, it's easy, but as soon as your arms are like open, for them to look thick is so hard, and that takes like years. For me, like probably like 10 to 12 years. I've been going to gym now for like 8 years, but I feel like at that like 10 to 12 year mark, I'll finally maybe achieve thick muscle maturity, but we have a long way to go, so we're here for it. Post-workout meal going down right now. We've got some steak, rice, and some Cheerios. I feel like Cheerios recently have become like one of my favorite cereals. Post-workout used to be Rice Krispies, but Cheerios are definitely taking the win right now. But we've got this flank steak from the Prep Shop Toronto. The fat pockets in there look honestly so juicy. I'm not sure if flank steak is considered a lean steak. I just checked the macros and it kind of is, but that's quite a lot of fat in there. And then again, for the rice, we have 100 grams of jasmine. Alright guys, so to end this video off, I'm going to talk about the title and the thumbnail of this video, which is the reason I am no longer sponsored by Myprotein. It may come as a shock because, like, why would anyone want to leave a company like Myprotein? They are Myprotein, they're a massive, massive supplement company, and I do want to actually start this off by saying thank you to them. If any of the staff are watching this, I want to say thank you for reaching out to me and considering me to be part of your team for the 6 months that I was actually part of Myprotein. I quickly realized that after being with the company for a few months, that things weren't necessarily as I maybe expected them to be. And that's very, very normal when like working for a business. If you were to get like a job, you were to work for a big corporation, a big company, your dream job, it looks so good from the outside, but then when you're actually working for the business, you're doing your day-to-day work, the tasks you are given and the style of work and the vibe of the company, you may quickly realize that you're not actually a good fit for that brand because your maybe morals don't align, the way you carry yourself day to day doesn't really fit the company itself, you're not really happy with the work. And that is also very, very similar when being sponsored by a brand. If your ideals and the way you want to portray yourself on social media do not fit that company's vibe, it's going to very quickly feel like what you're doing and what you're promoting, 1, isn't transparent, 2, isn't honest, and 3, doesn't feel like you're doing what you set out to do in the very beginning, which is be the best version of yourself and the most transparent version of yourself and actually leave your legacy that you want to leave behind. Being with Myprotein honestly wasn't doing that for me. Not to say they're a bad company, this video isn't here to slander them by any means. They did give me a fantastic opportunity and I'm very, very grateful for that. A absolutely lovely lady called Lisa was kind enough to be there for me for the entire 6 months. She was my Myprotein manager. But now and again, I actually found myself questioning Lisa and why I was being asked to promote things in a certain way. There was 2 reasons I decided to leave Myprotein. 1 was it felt way too commercial for me. Like, it was very, very touch and go. It was very, very do this, you'll get this. These are the exact posts you need to do at these times. And that's something that I understand is necessary, but also from brands I've worked with in the past, it's been a very different experience. For example, Alphalete, my biggest sponsor, they have never asked me to do a single post for a single launch over the past 3 years of me being with the brand. Imagine that. A company that believes that the athlete will do the job required by them to do because they believe in the person and what they can do. And my relationship with Alphalete and the sales that I've been able to make with Alphalete and the support you've shown me with Alphalete over the past 3 years has been something like I have never experienced and probably will never experience again for my entire life, unless it's with a company that I actually create myself, which is Hardbody, which is going better than I ever thought it ever could. Another thing that kind of solidified it in my mind that I wasn't a good fit for Myprotein is they obviously just come out with their own clothing brand. It's a sportswear company that is a competitor to Alphalete. I received a message from Alphalete about 6 months ago that says anybody promoting this clothing brand that is associated with Alphalete will essentially be at risk of losing their contract. Because of course, when working with a style of brand, whether it be supplements, clothing, fashion, hair products, face products, anything, you can really only promote one brand. Otherwise, your word means a lot less. If you're telling someone this is the best protein powder in the world, and then 2 months later, this is, then this is, then this is, your word begins to mean a lot less, which is exactly what I don't want to do. I don't want to be promoting a product that I personally don't believe in and don't believe is the best product out there and isn't something I would find myself using if I wasn't sponsored by that company. Another reason why I didn't feel like I should be associated with them any longer. But a couple of the posting monthly briefs I received from Myprotein was that I had to, no matter what, be wearing Myprotein clothing while promoting the supplements. I had to promote the Myprotein clothing, which I reminded them time and time again that I wasn't allowed to do. But for some reason, I didn't think they were even reading my messages. I don't think they actually cared enough to understand that, one, it wasn't in my contract with them to promote clothing, it was only supplements and food, but also I had a responsibility to Alphalete to stay true to them and to not break contract. Should have anticipated something like this in the very beginning, because do you remember when I was in Dubai? This was about a year ago, and I made a video saying that a company had reached out to me and said they wasn't able to sponsor me after months and months of speaking to me because of the fact I was honest about my anabolic use on social media. A company that purposely will not sponsor a person because they're honest about their use on social media. Do you remember the old Gymshark days where there was this like myth? I'm not sure if it was true, to be honest, it probably wasn't. I actually know Ben Francis, the owner of Gymshark, and I'm not too sure that this would be in any contract that he would write. There was a rumor that in your athlete Gymshark contract, you purposely had to lie if you were on stuff. Obviously, like I said, that probably wasn't true, but that was actually something that was a thing with Myprotein. I wasn't allowed to be sponsored them. They came back to me 4 months later and they said, look, there's been some internal talk in the brand and we actually want to ignore this, and you'll be the first athlete that we will sponsor that is open about anabolic use. This was amazing to me. This was a massive, massive privilege, but already you could tell how very tailoring they was to the content that they push out. They wasn't accepting of certain individuals. They have a vision for the brand, which of course, if you go on the Myprotein Instagram, it's very commercial. That's really the only way I can explain it. Commercial isn't necessarily a bad thing. This isn't me slandering them. It's just not the sort of vibe that I personally hold dear to myself. I would love to make a brand where the athletes feel part of a family, something that I was introduced to when I joined Alphalete 3 years ago. With meetups, with expos, with different things, that is the vibe I'm familiar with, and that is the only thing I want to be part of, and that is the only thing I want to create with my business Hardbody. And sadly, anything less than that isn't something that I can dedicate myself to, but I am massively appreciative to Myprotein for giving me a chance. Hopefully you guys support this decision. You've supported me for this long, and hopefully you do now too. You guys are literally the only reason I have anything, can do anything that I do now, and I am literally eternally grateful for the rest of my life for all that you have given me. But this is the end of a chapter. This is the end of an era that was very short-lived. It was only 6 months. I do not believe that you should stick with anything that doesn't feel true to your heart, that doesn't align with you, and doesn't leave the message behind that you want to leave personally. So that is the reason I am not with Myprotein anymore. I personally do not plan on joining another supplement company for quite a while. I have a lot going on with my own business with Hardbody right now that I would like to concentrate on instead of promoting another company. But guys, that's going to be it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash a like, do me a favor, turn on post notifications, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.